What is up, my crime crazy people?
Welcome to Veil of Humanity, where we explore the thin line between conscience, fragility, and accountability. We are your hosts, Melonie Yelvington
and Kimberly Taylor. Today we are bringing you part 2 of the case of Ted Bundy and his deviant, violent, insane behavior. The best way I can describe that.
Yeah.
So grab your favorite beverage and a pillow to scream into as we take you down this journey once again and finish it about Bundy, which his name at this point is just leaving a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah. Just so y'all know, we are a fan of the cursey words. Even though we'll try our hardest not to use them, some of them still might escape.
Yeah.
It'd be okay.
So again, I'm going to put the trigger warnings back in place for this episode, where it contains graphic descriptions of violence, sexual assault, abuse of corpse, and necrophilia. Again, listener discretion is strongly advised. And if you or someone you know needs support, resources are in our show notes. Okay, Biss, you ready to wrap this one up?
I'm always ready.
All right. So, Bundy's, let me back up a little bit. We ended our last one, and if you have not listened to part 1, I highly recommend you go back and listen. That way you're not going, what? And you're confused. So, just to recap, our part 1, we talked about his childhood, his brief working with the author Anne Rule and how she came to know him, his going into adulthood, and then when the murders started and the descriptions of the murders and his victims. Today we are going to go over the captures, his escapes, the recaptures, crazily enough, and then ultimately his death. So, Bundy's first major arrest came in August of 1975 in Utah after a traffic stop. He was convicted of aggravated kidnapping of Carol Durant, and he was sentenced to 1 to 15 years. Long time, right?
Yep.
But here's the twist. While awaiting trial for Karen Campbell's murder in Colorado, he escaped. Not once, twice.
Oh my gosh. That's wild.
Twice.
Man. Come
Yeah.
on, Colorado. Come on.
Colorado, we need to do better.
I hope y'all fix those issues.
I'm sorry, is there something stuck in my throat?
Golly.
In June of 1977, acting as his own lawyer during a pre-trial hearing in Aspen. Yes, you heard that right. He was his own lawyer. His in and out of law school self. Bundy jumped, y'all, from a second-story law library window and fled into the mountains. Now, if you've ever been in the Rockies, you've ever been in Colorado, it's cold in the mountains, and the Rockies are tall.
That was a bad idea.
Gorgeous. But, sir, you obviously aren't okay.
Mm-mm.
Then, on December 30th, 1977, he escaped again. Back up for a minute. He was recaptured after 6 days. He didn't last long. He said, screw this, it's cold.
Yeah.
Then, December 30th, he escaped again. Again, guys. From Garfield County Jail in Glenwood Springs by crawling through a hole in his cell's ceiling. He lost weight to fit and do this.
Wow. I didn't know he lost weight to escape through there.
I'm like, dude, you just escaped. You didn't like the cold. You got captured again. So you decided I don't need any weight.
Yeah.
Dude, being chunky helps keep you warm.
Well, probably because he didn't even plan on staying there, did he?
No.
He didn't play on
He was
him.
always thinking ahead.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Except he didn't think far ahead that first escape. When he was stuck out there for 6 days and freezing and starving to death.
I'm not gonna be wrong, I love Colorado, but you got me effed up if you think I want to be stuck in the mountains without anything.
Exactly.
I want a cabin and a fire and watch that snow falling from the inside of the house with my hot cocoa.
Yeah.
I don't want to be out in it.
He didn't think that one through at all.
No. At this time, he stole a car and made his way to Florida, living under the alias Chris Hagen near Florida State University. What a name.
Yeah, Chris Hagen.
His recapture came on February 15th in 1978 in Pensacola after a high-speed chase and a fight with officers. He was identified and linked to the Florida crimes.
Mm.
Let me tell you, if you have not watched any videos of his trial, I recommend it. We'll put links for them in our notes because
it's quite entertaining.
Very entertaining. Like, I have watched some trials, and I think probably one of my most interesting ones to watch was the whole Johnny Depp Amber Heard thing. But I'm a Johnny Depp girl. So.
Yeah, I was glued to that one too.
But if you watch, like, his was like a 3-ring circus compared to like some of these others. You know?
Yeah, 3-ring circus.
And we all know how Florida handled Casey Anthony's. So.
Yeah, they totally dropped the ball.
Yeah. So, but I definitely recommend, because especially with him being his own attorney. Wow.
Well, he did go to law school. Okay.
It's not like he finished.
Well, he thought he was smart enough to do it. That's the point.
There's that. You know what? That's what you get for thinking.
Yeah.
That's what my dad always said.
Yeah.
So, in '79, he stood trial in Miami for the Omega murders, the sorority. And the evidence included the bite mark that was on Lisa Levy, which matched his teeth, witness sightings, and credit card records. And again, I'm going to emphasize, please don't get weird tattoos like this. Please stop. Please don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be a groupie. If you want to be a groupie, find a band. Not a serial killer.
Yeah.
He represented himself at times. He did have attorneys, but for the most part, he represented himself. You know, he was charming the courtroom, and he even proposed to Carol Ann Boone on the stand.
Yep, I remember that.
Yeah.
And she was so flattered.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's wild.
And again, I don't understand it. I have a different mentality, and I would love to know what's going through some of these people's heads, but that's me being nosy.
Just how do they think that they would not ever become a victim of his?
Yeah.
How do you ever think like that when all he's done is kill women all of his life?
Again, it's
Like,
that, I can fix him.
Crazy.
Boo-boo, no you cannot.
No. There is no fixing that.
No. He was convicted of 2 murders and 3 attempted murders. He received 2 death sentences. And in 1980, he was tried in Orlando for Kimberly Leach's murder, and he received another death sentence.
Y'all can get it right with him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I get it. I get it. They couldn't really prove how she died. I get it.
Whoosa. Breathe that one out for a minute. So we know some of his personal life, as his crimes are more discussed, but what we have learned is that Bundy had relationships. Most notably was with Elizabeth Kendall, but while in prison, he married Carol Ann Boone. She was a former co-worker from Washington who just absolutely believed in his innocence. He did no wrong in her eyes.
Oh, Lord.
They wed in the courtroom during the 1980 Leach trial.
That is so wild.
Which, can I say, that is such disrespect. That was a
I can't
12-year-old
believe
girl.
a judge
allowed that.
Yeah, any of those theatrics.
Florida, y'all got some explaining to do.
Yeah, a lot.
I know Texas does too, but Florida, I'm looking at you hard. Colorado too.
Yeah.
Boone gave birth to their daughter, Rose, also sometimes known as Rosa, in 1982. He has a daughter that is my age.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and I don't think she wants to be known.
I don't blame her. I wouldn't want
I would not
to be
either.
known by that.
I would not
wouldn't-
want that attention
That is not something I would want.
at all.
And I will say, I do not recommend, and I know Mel backs me up on this one, do not try to find this poor lady. Do not go real life and look for people like that.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
let it be.
Mm.
She was conceived during conjugal visits, or, as rumored, behind a water cooler in prison.
Behind a water cooler, huh?
Which, if I'm thinking, I don't feel like death row are allowed conjugal, but I mean, if they paid off the cards, or that's.
I don't
But
know.
if it really truly was behind a water cooler, they weren't paying attention.
Yep, they were not.
Bundy and Boone later divorced after his confessions. Girlfriend, it took you that long?
She knew
How did you ever just not look in his eyes and go, there's,
something wrong with you.
yeah. Like, you
Well, I
can
mean, think
see
about what
evil.
Ann Rule said. We got to think about what Ann Rule said.
I know, but
He turned it on and off whenever he wanted, obviously.
you know as well, because you've been in the true face of evil, and you've looked into a person's eyes that are that way. You know what I mean? Like, there's a look.
Yeah, there is. There's a look. There's also a feel,
Yeah.
an energy,
Yes.
for sure. I get that. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if Ann,
Say that he flipped
Yeah.
it on, and she considered him empathetic, and he was so caring, and
to her,
to her, who knows how he was with this woman? Who knows how he was with his girlfriends?
yeah,
So he had no other known children. Nothing. Again, that's where me questioning DNA being on file, and
yes,
you just never know. Everything in advance, everything advances with technology, and so anything can come out nowadays. You just never know.
mm-hmm, I agree.
On death row at Florida State Prison, Bundy spent years delaying execution through appeals. Yep,
Mm-hmm.
I know how that goes.
That's something.
But it's a normal process, though.
Yeah,
with
but
it.
it's a rabbit hole because it's like, it's like if you already went through a trial and have been found guilty by your peers, and there is no doubt about your guilt,
Mhm.
let's just go on and get it done.
Exactly.
Why do you even get any appeals?
Why should there be appeals? Why are you, unless there is somewhere in there questioning, and
Time to go.
it's time to go. I'm sorry.
Why do we have to house you
Yeah.
for years for you to fight for your life when we've already established that you're guilty?
Yeah. You are
Be gone now.
getting
Go.
fed 3 times a day.
Yes.
Rec time.
Yes. Conjugal visits.
Conjugal visits.
Like, what the hell is going on?
Like Chris Watts, who's living his best damn life. I don't understand. I do not understand. And then appeals get overturned because of one thing going wrong, and then that person's got to go back through that. When obviously they're very guilty. So.
Sounds exactly like what's going to happen in Colorado
Exactly.
with Lapisha.
Yes. Yep.
Anyways, don't get me started on her either.
Whew, that's going to be a later one.
She's a gross one.
Yep.
Very, very gross.
He was granted interviews, including to James Dobson, where he blamed pornography for his reason for killing.
You know how many men look at pornography and don't kill because they looked at pornography.
Yeah, it's kind of like on the same thing. Oh, the video games are making the kids violent. And
Mhm.
this is it's always something's getting blamed. It's again he did not want to take true ownership of what he really did.
Yeah.
It's always and it's a narcissist trait. It's always someone else's fault. It's not mine.
Yeah.
It's that person over there that did it.
If they didn't do that, then I wouldn't have had to do this.
Exactly. It's their fault that I did that and I'm this way.
Mhm. Yep.
So he did finally confess in detail to FBI agent Bill Hagmaier and others in his final days. He admitted to at least 30 murders, but he hinted at more.
Mm.
And he would, like we were saying, he had dump sites. He would go put the bodies in, especially up in the mountains where it's cold, and he could go back and revisit until the decay and everything just got to him.
Mhm.
He kept his treasures. He was not all there.
He kept whole heads.
Whole heads.
Like, what the hell? You traveling around with whole heads in your car like nothing to take it home. Unless you did it at home.
I will never understand. Never.
No, that's definitely hardwired
Yeah.
differently than the rest of us.
And it goes back again. And usually with a lot of serial killers, there's mommy issues. There usually is mommy issues somewhere on the line.
Mm-hmm.
Something with parents. There's something there. I'm telling you, that crucial bonding period that does not happen.
That he didn't get.
And people are just and then the whole rejection thing and he had a type, again.
Yeah.
On January 24th, 1989, Bundy was executed in the electric chair, aka Old Sparky,
I love that.
at 7:16 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. He had no last meal, and his final words were, "Jim and Fred, I'd like you to give my love to my family and friends." These last words were directed at his attorney, Jim Coleman, and Methodist minister, Fred Lawrence. Now, I do understand, I just want to say this, I do understand why they get to have a last rites and words and everything. But do you really think the family cares at this point? I'm going to digress on that one.
Yeah.
That's my rabbit hole, and I can get on a tangent. A few hours prior to his execution, Bundy was allowed to make 2 phone calls to his mother. And at that time, he apologized to her. He stated, "I'm so sorry I have given you all such grief, but a part of me was hidden all the time."
Wow.
Those are heavy words.
Yeah. That is not something I would want my son to leave me with.
No.
You know?
No.
Because all it would do was make me have more questions.
No answers.
Yep.
And then you go through that whole rabbit hole of blame.
Yep.
And so outside the prison, crowds gathered and they celebrated. I mean, they threw a party.
I can't blame them.
They celebrated with fireworks and chants in a pasture that was across from the prison as his execution was carried out. Then they cheered again as that white hearse containing his body departed from that prison.
Man, I can't say I wouldn't be doing the same thing.
I can't either.
You know? I mean, maybe not just as a spectator, I don't think I'd be cheering and clapping, but if I was a loved one and you executed one of my family members in the way you were killing women, oh yeah, I'm gonna do cartwheels.
Especially if you were the parents of that young girl, yeah.
Yeah, the 12-year-old? Yes,
Yeah.
baby girl. Oh my gosh.
I've been front row and center and passing out the cigars.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry if that makes me a cruel person, but
hey, we can celebrate with cigars when people come into the world.
why
We can
can't
do
we
it
celebrate
when
when
they
they go
leave.
out?
What the hell? It's all right.
So here's where it gets a little interesting. His body was cremated. Ashes were scattered in Washington's Cascade Range per his wishes. This was legally documented in his last will and testament under Florida law at the time. He wanted his cremated remains turned over to his attorney, Diana Weiner, and disposed of according to his wishes. The symbolism is that he had happy memories and good times here. I'm gonna let that kind of sink in a minute. Happy memories and good times.
Oh, he had good times.
It's where he dumped the bodies. That was one of his dump sites.
Like I said, he had good times and happy memories.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why he says, I had him.
I had him. I will add, it has never been publicly confirmed or officially documented that this request was ever carried out.
So we don't know if Diana actually did it.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know if his remains were scattered or if she secretly flushed them down the toilet or buried them
That's
in
just
a jar.
disgusting that he wanted to be back with the dead victims in that area, that he took their lives from their souls.
And desecrated their bodies afterwards.
Disgusting.
Personally, I'm going to say I don't agree that he should have been placed back where he left his victims. I don't. That is my opinion. It's also a place where he'd revisit the murder and perform acts. I don't understand how this type of a killer that we executed would be given these type of rights. And I understand it was a lot. It may still be a lot. I'm not too familiar with some of them. But you took a life. You took a bunch of lives. What gives you the right in the end? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, you get to leave out of here out of a pine box.
Yes.
That's what you get. And then we're going to burn that pine box. And then your family can have your ashes. But
No,
you don't get to go back with the victims.
Yeah,
That's
peacefully
disgusting.
scattered over this gorgeous area of the U.S.
No.
where these people who did not have a choice in how their life ended.
Yes.
Granted, he didn't either because he got death row, but at least you lived a longer life. He was 42. Your victims didn't get that choice.
Yeah. Especially the 12-year-old.
When they died. Yeah.
Yep. Eye for an eye?
Eye for an eye.
I agree.
Yep. Just opinions. That
Yep.
is our opinion.
It is just my opinion.
That is just.
Does not make it right or wrong.
Nope. But it's just how we feel on things.
Yep.
You know, Bundy's death ended a nightmare, but the pain for victims' families endures. I cannot imagine what those families went through, and I hope they've finally found peace.
I think the worst part about losing someone, just someone like him, is just knowing what your family member went through.
Yeah.
Not only that they're gone, but just their manner of death can really just make everything worse. I mean, we're not talking about a car crash. You know, we're not talking about
heart attack, dying in your
natural
sleep.
causes, a stroke, or
We're talking brutal strangulation,
we're talking
violence,
tortured, beaten, bones broken, face and jaws broken,
raped,
yes,
over and over again.
Can't.
I pray the families eventually got peace with this.
Me too.
I do want to say that if you wish to do your own research or you just simply want to take a deeper dive into this case, I again highly recommend the annual book, The Stranger Beside Me. It's it's a different perspective, but you do get a sense of the crimes and you do get to see that point of view. And
just see how he worked.
yeah, how he worked. She truly did see a different side of him working side by side.
Yeah.
So it's one of those, I recommend it. Also, Conversations with a Killer. They're the Ted Bundy tapes. This is a documentary on Netflix, good on Netflix with our true crime docs. And if you're gonna hop on Netflix, by the way, I'm just gonna tell you to go ahead and watch The American Murder again on Chris Watts, because I'm just gonna throw that one out there.
I
we
can
watched
watch
it a
that
few
over
times.
and over.
Yeah. But the Conversations with a Killer, like I said, it's a documentary on Netflix. It's also a book by Stephen Michaud and Hugh Ainsworth. Also, Amazon Prime has a docuseries called Ted Bundy, Falling for a Killer. This is his story from a female perspective, with the interviews from his long-term girlfriend Elizabeth, her daughter Molly, as well as other survivors. Women who were tortured and beaten by him and raped, but lived to tell the tale. Those are some definitely good ones to check out. There's plenty of others. Those are like my top 3.
Yeah.
Also, FBI archives. There's also official trial transcripts. Does offer a lot of knowledge as well. The YouTube has all kinds of videos of the original trial and everything, and you can go and watch. Just watch his mannerisms, how he speaks, how he conducts himself.
There's also, isn't there some is it the tapes where he let that officer interview him, but you can only hear it because they're in an interrogation room? That is very fascinating to listen to as well.
It is.
He really gets into his mind, and you can see how coy he is too.
Yes.
How he kind of likes to play cat and mouse with you.
It kind of was a
It was a game for him.
It was a game for him.
Yeah.
Especially because he would, wear the sling on his arm or pretend to be a police officer and see, hey, do you mind helping me with this?
I can't get this in my car.
Up.
Yeah.
Just.
And all the girls are like, oh yeah, sure.
Sure, of course.
Why else would I not trust you? Your arm is in a sling. You can't hurt me, right?
Right? Yeah.
No.
Completely dead wrong. Also, I want to say last but not least, the National Center for Victims of Crime, or RAIN. They're also a good resource for things to look out for and to read. And we'll definitely include their link for y'all to take a look at it. Whew. Okay, y'all. We're going to breathe it out.
Ready?
Ready.
This is a really...
This is one of those heavy cases.
Yeah, especially, we didn't go into a lot of detail about what he did to these women, so...
And I don't want to go into some of the
it's not necessary.
Like I said, we've given you the resources. We've given you, if you want to, it's out there.
Just be prepared.
Yeah, just be prepared. Again, the trigger warnings are in place. We discussed as deep as we are comfortable going with it.
Yeah.
But out of respect, it's something I don't want to go more into detail of.
Right.
Again, everything, it's today's day and age, it's 2026. There's technology at everywhere you turn. So it's out there.
Yeah.
I want to say we at Veil of Humanity, we want to thank you for joining us on this heavy journey. And also a friendly reminder that we are here to remember the victims, not the monster.
That's right.
All right, my crime crazy people. This is our season finale. We have officially made it through 3 seasons.
Really?
We have. Can you believe that?
Wow. It just keeps getting better and better.
It really
I feel
does. I'm so excited for this journey.
like. Me too.
So, we will be on our official summer break so that we can handle real life things going on. We will make our return in September of 2026.
Oh, September. Okay.
Yes,
Not
coming back.
not August.
Would you like to say why?
Because I have a new grandbaby coming in August. Yay!
There's a new little one
I
coming.
get another baby to spoil, so I need some time to spoil
Yes.
him.
And I, as the official aunt, I need time to spoil the baby too.
Yes.
Our producer, who's the real aunt, her face was like, no thanks.
Don't care.
Don't care. Let's move on. So if you don't already, follow us on our socials. We definitely will have them listed below. Just to be notified when we are back for our season 4.
Wow.
And
Can't
let me
believe it.
tell you, I've got some
doozies
things
lined
going
up?
on in my head, and we're gonna have some meetings. Let me tell you, it's
All right.
going.
Let's do it.
We would not be here without your support, and we are truly grateful we have an audience. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you.
Definitely.
Before I completely close out, I'm gonna say this. If y'all could see Courtney, our producer, she's giving me this evil eye, but I love her. This,
Yes.
my Mel, we want to give a huge shout out to our producer, Courtney. And if you didn't know,
She's my baby child.
she is our behind the scenes, mom looks giving, working her own minisodes, and if you haven't checked them out, you don't know what you're missing. And the editor of our material. She not only keeps us on track, but she also has to listen to us talk all over again on these cases. And let me tell you, when she gets done, she's like, okay, y'all, enough.
Okay, wrap it up.
Yep.
She don't say it. She just uses her finger. Wrap
Yep,
it up.
wrap it up. But we get the looks. We
Yeah.
know.
Yep.
Courtney, we both love you dearly. And we cannot thank you enough for everything. Without you, this podcast would not be possible.
No, it really wouldn't. It really wouldn't. We thank you and we love you.
All right, y'all. Let's get on from the sappiness as Courtney's giving me that look. To see all of our source material, please consult the show notes. Don't forget to click that subscribe follow button. Catch us on our social medias, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok at Veil of Humanity Podcast. By the way, reviews do help us, and they help us get out there. So please, 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 if you don't mind, you can like us and leave a 5-star review. Also, if you have any questions, you want to provide us feedback, or you want to suggest a case, give us an email at veilofhumanity@gmail.com. Hosted by Kimberly Taylor and Melonie Yelvington. Produced and edited by Courtney Santos. Music by Mayu and Look Joe on YouTube. A Bronx Bay production. Okay, bro? Tell these people we will see them again in September.